In a recent interview, Ananta really surprised players with their answers. One fan asked, "I understand that Ananta doesn't have what's known as a character gacha, which is a pretty bold move for a game like this. What was your goal in removing the character gacha system?" This game is being developed with the main focus on the player experiencing the life of a character. In reality, you can only experience one life, but in this game, you can enjoy as many different lives as there are characters. In order to allow players to experience the life of a character, we want them to be able to freely choose a character and enjoy a variety of different lives. For this reason, we have made it possible to obtain characters in a way that is not a gacha. Another hot topic was character count. The TGS 2025 demo only let players swap between 3 characters, so naturally the question came up, are we going to see even more playable characters later on? That's the plan. We're still considering how we'll expand it specifically, but we're thinking of adding more characters to match the jobs that exist in the city. Each character in Ananta has their own story, and players will experience different lives depending on the character they choose. Therefore, going forward, we would like to create characters that will provide players with new experiences, taking into consideration feedback from players. One of the biggest questions asked was about the heart of the game itself. For Ananta, what's the real focus of the gameplay? Is the story experience going to be the centerpiece? Ash responded, "Rather than following a single story throughout the game, I think the idea is to experience the lives of the characters and enjoy life in each. In addition to the stories of each character, we also plan to provide sub-stories, hidden missions, and other stories that will surprise and entertain players. In addition to the solo mode where you can experience the life of a character, we are also considering a multiplayer mode where you can take on missions with friends in an open world." Another big question came up about progression. The devs made it clear that the core of Ananta is about living out each character's story, but fans wanted to know if it's also an RPG with battles. What does progression look like? How do characters level up, improve, or get stronger over time? Ash said, "Things like growth and strengthening also differ depending on the character. For example, the demo version of TGS 2025 featured a police character named Richie, whose level increased by completing police-like tasks. In contrast, the delivery person Taffy's level increased by delivering packages." After hearing the devs talk about character growth, one player cut right to the point. "Wait, so does this mean I'll literally need to work to level up my character?" Ash has super funny response to this. He said, "Not at all. There are characters who are unemployed. In addition to completing tasks tailored to your profession, you can also level up by fighting chaos. You can also level up by living in the city, such as driving a car. Of course, if you don't like being unemployed, you can find a job yourself and earn money doing what you love. So basically, I'm just gonna be that unemployed friend on a Tuesday night, running around doing the most random stuff." This is where things got really interesting. The money talk. Fans wanted to know straight up, so what's the pricing model for Ananta going to look like? We plan to operate Ananta as a free-to-play game. As mentioned earlier, this game will not have a gacha system for obtaining characters, and as for paid elements, we are currently planning to sell paid character skins. In addition to skins, character customization options include home renovations and car purchases, which can generally be purchased with in-game currency. We also plan to sell special items, such as limited-time event costumes, as paid content. Speaking of Mugendai Ananta, people are talking about how incredibly detailed the city is, but why did you decide to make the city so realistic? In Mugendai Ananta, we wanted to create a setting where players could expand their imaginations and make the things they wanted to do come true. So we decided to create a modern city that players would be familiar with. However, a world that is exactly like reality would be boring, so we've incorporated an element that doesn't exist in reality: chaos. In this game, we want players to have an experience that would be impossible in reality through the existence of chaos and characters. Another juicy detail players wanted to know, with a game this ambitious, how big is the team behind it? Exactly how large is the crew developing Mugendai Ananta? I'd say about 700 to 800 people. We all work together at one base. Finally, please give a comment to the Japanese fans who are eagerly awaiting the release. I'm really happy to have been able to have this opportunity at a Japanese event like TGS. We are currently working on development of Mugendai Ananta, hoping to deliver a game that everyone has never experienced before. The development of Mugendai Ananta is still in the early stages, but I will do my best to meet everyone's expectations and deliver the completed game to players as soon as possible. I don't think it will take too long. If you found today's video entertaining, please hit that subscribe button and drop a like. It really helps me keep making videos on the things you guys enjoy.